Right. Welcome to week 5. So, first off, I will not be here Thursday and Friday. There will be a sub. So, please be on task with your work. If you have any questions, of course, you can email me. I will be in Wenatchee at a Career and Tech Ed teacher conference sharing stuff. I'll be presenting 4 times, showing other teachers some things that we do that we're really, really proud of. Okay, what are we doing this week? Well, let's start with the film class. First off, you're going to be wrapping up on Wednesday, adding and updating to the post-production section of the Session 4 blog post. Game design, you'll be doing the same thing. So, same for both those classes. Furthermore, during Thursday and Friday, I want students in film to watch the next installment of the Story of Film, episode 2, and you have a link to it. I shared that file with you. And you'll be taking notes the way we did for episode 1. You can read the directions and it should make sense. At the bottom of the folder here, I have a couple other things. If you want to see what's coming up for session 5, you can see the evidence there. We'll talk about the flowchart during class time and just updating the class to make it work better. On Monday, we will be presenting in both film and game design classes. We're going to have advisory members zooming in. And in film on Tuesday, we'll have Eric Belgaw, our advisory member who's a professional screenwriter, come in and do a workshop on screenwriting. Going to be really exciting about that. And final thing for game development, I've already talked about updating the post-production section of the blog post. What you'll be doing the rest of the week on Thursday and Friday is working on getting ready for the next session. And we have a game competition coming up. It'll be a 2-month-ish long competition, which means a prompt will be released. And so for session 5, it's prepping for the game competition. So essentially, garner your resources, do some training on ideas or things that you need help with, either in Construct or Unity or other material. I'll talk to you more in detail about that before I leave. Again, that'll be what you're working on for Thursday and Friday. And last but not least, in School of Rock, you're going to be working on the microphone audition editing on Thursday and Friday. I will prep you before I leave, but basically you'll take the audio file I recorded of you in the sound room with the different microphones. You're going to record the introduction with your phone, and the introduction is basically, hi, you're about to hear my voice in front of a bunch of professional microphones. And the outro, or the conclusion, which will be, okay, you just heard my voice through a number of different microphones, and I think that this particular microphone is the best one for me. Thank you for listening. That's essentially what you're doing, and you can read the directions I have in here. There's quite detailed steps that can help you with the material, and there's resources here. So just remember, when you're not sure, reread the directions, and you will be copy and pasting this blog post right here into your blog and following the directions here. Remember to delete all of my directions. I wrote that in here numerous times. Okay, delete my directions, and so on. Now, one thing in here that I want to remind you is that this sample right here would be kind of what you would write for your favorite microphone. So you pick one of the ones that we used in the sound room, and you write a blurb here about why, which one's your favorite, and then why. And then I want you to copy and paste the text and the graphic from the script. That material is linked on this page, so you can scroll down and find the graphic for your microphone plus the text that I wrote that you read in front of the microphone. Leave the terms and concepts in the blog post. Those are for you for future reference. And then write a small paragraph detailing what you learned and at least one problem you solved. And then, of course, delete my directions. So any uppercase stuff should be deleted. All the headings stay in. The notes will stay in your blog post. But again, all of my directions plus the sample here, you should delete by the time you're done. Okay, lastly, you do have this sheet right here that's stapled inside the class folder. You can take a look at that to guide you through the process. And remember, I like to write the summary last, one sentence summarizing what the project was. So it's just that you were learning what your voice sounds like in front of a bunch of microphones. Yeah, that would work. Okay. Lastly, for everybody, remember that any of the blog post materials that you are writing, your paperwork is in your team folder, and that is where you'll look if there's any notes from me about the other parts of the blog post that you need to finish if they're not done. And I will be gathering up and writing notes on that. So again, if you're not quite sure where you are with the blog post stuff, always check the blog post feedback form that has all the details on it inside your team folder. That's there for you to reference, and that's where I put my comments. All right, thanks so much, and happy week 5.